Good morning, beautiful people. It is the new moon in Virgo, and I am a Virgo, which makes me so happy to say good morning on this day to you. And today I wanted to talk about creative life force energy. I am creative life force energy. We all are. I am the creator of my universe. So I decided I would start doing these Facebook Lives after my meditation practice in the morning and just write down a couple of things that came up and then speak my truth. So I wrote, I'm the creator of my universe. The universe is co-creative energy and I can ask for support. Now, when we tap into the universe's creative energy, it really makes us an artist. We get to create and design our life. Now we hear that all the time. And what does that really mean? So does it mean that just poof, things happen, I think them and therefore, and I think to some extent that is true. I also think that we need to take action. So when we manifest, we take action, we think our thoughts, we take action. Now, what I wrote here is that what happens when you're stuck? What happens when you get stuck? Well, you can actually ask for support. Yes, when things are not going your way, things are not going the way that you expect them to go, then you get to course correct and get in the flow. And really ask yourself, what's in the way? What's in the way today? What is blocking me from what I am trying to do? Am I getting too attached to what I'm trying to do? And usually when that happens to me, I will ask Creator, what do I need to heal, right? Or I'll ask myself, my highest self, what do I need to heal? What's blocking energy? What's blocking creative life force energy? What's blocking my creative genius? I like that I wrote that. So don't get too attached to your version of things. This is what creative possibility thinking really is, not getting too attached to what we think should happen. What other best things will serve me? What other best things will serve my highest good? Yeah? What will serve the highest good of the planet and all the people I am here to serve? How can I best use my gifts and my talents? So when I go into meditation, that's what I ask now. It's like, how can I serve? How can I really be of highest service? Then I listen, right? I listen. I wrote down, I listen. It is more than okay to ask for support, for help, and for guidance. And if you're anything like me, I isolate myself. I'm kind of a lone ranger. It seems like sometimes like this lone spiritual warrior out on this path. But I often forget to ask for support, to really simply ask. And as a healer, I might rescue others and really try to help them until I'm depleted. And so it's so important to meditate, to sit down with yourself, to connect with your heart, to move from your head to your heart, and be in the creativity, be in the energy of Creator. And that is an opportunity always to ask for guidance, to ask for support, to remind ourselves that when we slow down and plug in, everything is there for us whenever we need it. Now, the thing is, if you want your spirit guides and your angels to be talking with you and helping you, you need to ask them. It's permission-based for that support. Now, the other thing I wrote here is to also affirm yourself. When your subconscious mind starts to chatter, that inner voice, that inner critic, the judgment, right? The fear, the worry, the anxiety, whatever that is that starts to come up for you, it's a great opportunity to practice. There's something in the Yoga Sutras called Praktipaksha Bhavana. And that means to change the negative thoughts, to change the negative thinking to something that's really positive. Now that sounds really simple, and it can be that simple. We like to make things really difficult. It can be that easy. Use affirmations. Talk to your higher self. Say things that are really positive and beautiful, and create creative energy. I am the universe. I am in the creative flow. Yes? So One other tool, I already talked about meditation, I talked about affirmations, is writing. Writing is a really powerful opportunity to connect with your higher self and with your guides. There's an amazing practice that The Artist's Way, if you've never read The Artist's Way, I highly suggest you get it, because it is about this. It is about creative energy and flow. There's a practice in there called the morning pages. You wake up in the morning, you roll out of bed, and you write 3 stream of consciousness writings, basically 3 pages. And you just write what is coming up for you. And oftentimes, that's when our inner critic is speaking. All the subconscious patterns, thoughts, behaviors, events, things that have been happening have been processed, are being processed throughout the night, throughout the evening. And that's a great time to just write down, what is blocking you? What's in the way of my creative genius? And just see what comes out. And don't worry about it. In fact, they would suggest, or she would suggest, Julia Cameron in this book, you don't read that ever. You could burn it. You could just get rid of it. You just have the journal and you just throw it to the side, because all that is negative energy. And then what happens, and I've been in this practice, is creative impulse comes up. Great ideas come out. You might start writing your book, or you might start writing poetry, or you might think of things that you can do with your time that are really beautifully in alignment with your heart. And so I keep a separate journal just for that, for creative ideas, to get the juices flowing. So that's a beautiful practice too. So meditations, affirmations, writing, these are all ways to connect to that creative life force energy that is you, and to be in a practice of self-realization. And self-realization is where we're all going, right? We can feel the up-leveling, we can feel our wanting, our seeking to be in this heart-centered consciousness. Yet we also are very aware, and this is happening everywhere on the world, right, on the macro stage, of all the limits that we've placed on ourselves, all the constraints that society has placed on us, all the ways that we've suppressed our voice, all the ways that we are living small and not living out loud. So this is a great, great opportunity to really start to tap into these energies and just really speak your truth. Just get out there and speak your truth, and be with other people in community that are like-minded, that would like to share with you. Now, it's really powerful to be in support on your own, which I've given you some tools, but also in community. And how can you get out there and be in community with other people? Well, there's many ways, right? There's groups, there's circles now, there's men's groups, women's groups, there's ceremonial groups, there's ritual, there's dancing. So use your body and use that energy. Today I wanted to mention that in 2 weeks, I have a women's circle coming up. And these are really powerful ways to heal. Really powerful ways to heal, because when you're with other people, you get to be witnessed, you get to be heard, you get to be seen, you get to be loved. And those are the main, I would say, challenges that I see in my coaching business with other women. Most people who have really deep wounding were not seen, were not heard, were not loved, were not witnessed as children. And so those core wounds live on in us. So if we can get into circle, get into community, and really hear each other out, we recognize that we are really so similar. Most of us have the same similar core wounding stories. There are probably like 10 that I hear over and over and over and over and over again. And that's sad to some extent that we all have these core wounds, but it's amazing at the same time, because we get to actually see that we're all very similar. This is the human condition, right? We have pain, we have suffering, and to know that it's all quite similar gives us the opportunity to create really amazing solutions for each other and to hear each other out. And hopefully over time, that is how we evolve, right? We now are not a culture, at least the people that I hang out with, of spanking and abuse, like the way that I grew up, where people got spanked and belted and all of these things. And I've done a lot of healing work in my body somatically to release a lot of this stuff. So a lot of the tools that I now have through my own experience and evolution is something that I get to share and hopefully, parent better, right? So that's how we learn as a human species. The more we speak up, the more we witness each other, the more we hold circle, space, support, love, then we all transcend, we all thrive, we all grow, we all evolve, and then we are being truly channels of the universe, channels of creativity, channels of love, channels of song, channels of heart and beauty. So I really want to support people in their healing process. In this group that I have coming up with women, we will do things like meditation and affirmations, and we will witness each other. We will do self-reflective practices. We'll do a lot of processing on our own, but we will always come back and do energy healing. We will sing together. We will do drum journeys together. We do breathwork sessions together so that we're processing out of our bodies, doing emotional healing work, what is stuck, what's in the way of that creative genius, so that we get to a place where we're really, really thriving. And that is where we want to be, right? Thriving and in the flow. And when we're not in the flow, we ask for support. When we're not in the flow, there's something in the way. What is in the way? And that's really what we're trying to do, is get those blocks and those limits and conditions and behaviors on the stage so that we can see them, observe them, and then really forgive them and love them. Not push them away, but love it all. Love all of the parts of yourself. Love that inner child within you that is wounded and traumatized and needs to be seen, heard, and loved. Love her. And we'll learn how to do that. We'll learn how to love ourselves and practice self-care. So important to practice self-care. So I'm doing these videos in the morning after meditation because this is my self-care. This is the way that I like to process, is to be with y'all and to sing and to love and to share and really be witnessed as well and heard. That is part of my core wounding. And so this is a great way for me, an outlet for me to be seen, to be loved, to be heard. Okay? So please, if you want to be in group, I definitely have spots left for you. I do. So you can ping me and you can find out how to be a part of a women's circle that's really, really powerful and healing. The last circle we had women who processed sexual abuse, sexual trauma. I had women say, gosh, through the group, I actually got more done in 3 months, less than 3 months really, than many years of therapy. And hats off to therapy. That's no judgment. It's just, there's many tools in here that I think a lot of therapists can get, that maybe they don't have. I have a lot of therapists as clients, and they're bringing this work into therapy now too, which is amazing. But so she said that, and I've had women who are like starting new businesses and they're doing all sorts of amazing things with their lives and getting more creative, right? Getting more creative in the flow of the universe. I am creator, co-creative universe within. So I'm going to close this out this morning so I can do my yoga practice before I teach. I love you all. Please connect with me. I saw that some of you were watching. Val is here. Alan, David, thank you for watching. Those of you who are watching, I'm doing this early in the morning because I have a full day. I will do some early morning and some maybe midday too, so some people can watch, but please share the love. I will talk to you soon. Mwah. Namaste.